All right, Olivia, we are live. Hey, everybody, welcome. How are you? I hope you woke to the most miracle morning and are also having the most fortunate day today. Today's topic is, and our featured guest today is Olivia.
Hey everybody, welcome. How are you? I hope you
So,
woke the
we
most
are going to
miracle
be
morning
talking
and are also
about
having the most fortunate day today.
we are going to be talking about aging like a goddess, right? So obviously that's not going to involve me. That's our good friend there, Olivia, right? How are you, Olivia?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Just as good to have you on her. So we wanted to bring this topic on her because all we have is our ability to be able to learn from someone else about
I'm
their
great.
journey
Thanks for
and
having
how they
me.
can have that. You got the feedback there, right? Can you hear the feedback?
I do hear feedback. Yeah.
Yeah. Where are we getting that from? Hold on, everybody. We're gonna fix
All
that.
right.
Hold on one second. Maybe we have a YouTube channel or a YouTube
I
window
do
open
hear
or something.
feedback. Yeah. All right.
All right, hold on, everybody. We're getting there. We're getting there. This is the beauty of live streaming. All right, everybody. We're gonna cruise through here, but I do want to ask you. Also, let you know. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. If you haven't already, I haven't introduced myself already. My name is Jay. I'm going to be hosting here our soul sister, Olivia,
All right, everybody, we're gonna cruise
and
through
we're
here.
going to be talking about her experience in life and how it can help us in our journey called life. So, how are you, Olivia? Everything good with you?
Yeah, it's great. I'm still hearing feedback, so I'm
I
wondering if it's.
If there's a YouTube window open, maybe on your screen or something, or like,
Oh,
yep, just X out of that and that'll turn it off. You're just hearing yourself.
it's great. Okay. I think I need to figure that out. So
All right, hang on,
sorry.
everybody. No worries,
I
no worries.
have. I may have more than one, but let me just. Okay, I
Just
figured
don't
it
close.
out.
Just
Thanks.
don't close this window out.
Right. Exactly. Okay.
Y'all good?
The beauty of technology.
That's
I'm
all right.
good, thanks. And I may have missed an early question because I was hearing it. So, yeah, so it's really nice to be here. And anyone who's joined, I'm so happy you're here.
We're happy you're here too, everybody. Listen, magical aging like a goddess. No better person to be able to talk about this than Olivia right here. My dear friend Olivia. This is what she's about. This is what she's been really her life's journey is to really help people like this have a better existence, have a really great experience on their journey called life, and really just magically really grow through this experience. Olivia, I want to thank you again for your time coming on here now that we got rid of the reverb and everything. But your experience in life that's got you here. Tell us a bit about that, if you would. Tell us your journey and your mission. You talk about magical aging. We call today's show Aging Like a Goddess. But talk to us about that. Tell us the importance of why you feel like you wanted to really put yourself out there like that.
Well, thanks. It's a great question because I think wherever we are in life, it comes from our early experiences. And a lot of them can be really negative and we don't know why we're going through it when we are. So I started out as a very creative child and so creative I couldn't really focus very well to read, but math came easily. So I ended up studying math and kind of went into my left brain. I had trauma as a child, lost my parents very young. And then when I was 19, I was in a really bad car accident. And I was in the hospital for almost a year. And they had me on laxatives and antibiotics and painkillers. So when I got out, my system was a mess. And I was like 20 and trying to figure out how to live on my own. I had brothers and sisters, but they were as traumatized as I was. So, I had to sort of figure things out on my own and I didn't feel good. I had a lot of aches and pains. And I started to get into alternative health. I was traveling one time for work and I met a woman who she was 60. I'm 71 now and I thought she was
God
ancient
bless
at
you. God
60.
bless you.
So she looked amazing and I told her what was going on and she gave me some hints of stuff to do and I in order to get what she suggested I had to go to the little hole in the wall health food store, which was all there was back in the 70s, right? But I started just learning everything I could and I got into detoxification and cleansing and eating organic foods and doing holistic practices. And now when I look back, I think it really helped me slow my aging. I've actually been measured by an Ayurvedic doctor, and he said I'm 11 years younger than my chronological age, which is good. But I also realized too that I ended up being a data scientist for 30 years, and just being around young people, I think really helped me. And I also think that I had a lot of digestive issues. So I found intermittent fasting in 1985. I started because in the original accident, my spleen was ruptured, and I knew now my liver had to work harder. And I read this theory that, if you rest your digestive organs for 18 hours a day, which is kind of what 16 to 18 hours, it preserves them. So I think that I've been doing that for like whatever that is, like 27 years.
Oh, does that mean you literally just maybe eat once a day?
I eat twice. So my window is noon to 6. And then I have fruit in the morning. You can have all the fruit you want. It doesn't require digestion. So it kind of allows your body to keep resting and detoxing. And so I think between all those, I've figured out how to actually let my body age more slowly. But I really want to emphasize the mental aspect as well, that being active the reason I really want to encourage others to age magically is because I feel like a lot of us who have made it maybe through a regular career and gotten to our older age, we have so much wisdom to share. So I want to invite others to come on my show, Magical Aging, and share their wisdom and have everybody really step into who they came here to be. I think we're living in an amazing time, right? A lot of changes on the planet, and everyone's wisdom is needed. So I want to help people find their own wisdom and share it, as well as sharing my own.
Well, I want to, first of all, God bless you. You're age 71. You'd never guess that you wear it quite well. So much love to you for that. And whoever shines on you. Now, what about age regression? Do you believe in the concept of that people can actually reverse their age, or do you feel it's a matter of slowing down the age?
Yeah, I don't really know. I've heard there's med beds coming that can reverse our aging. Whether that's true or not, I'm not sure. But I think there are ways to reverse aging. I'm certainly open to it. And I know one of the things we're going to talk about today is this product that we both just started to use, which perhaps can do that. So, at some point we'll talk about that. But I also feel like just whatever I'm doing, I don't know if I'm looking younger, but I certainly feel a lot younger. I feel better than I did when I was in my 20s. And I've had my femur broken in 2 places. I've broken my wrist. I've had a lot of neck and back injuries. I've had breast cancer. So I had mastectomy, reconstruction. I've had a lot done to my physical body. I don't have any pain. And I think it's because of my diet and the nutrition that I use, and then these health products that I take.
It's so important because, and it's funny, I was just doing a video just earlier about that. As I feel the same way. I'm 51 and I feel better than I feel better than in my 20s. I feel like I'm in my 20s. I literally feel like a new body. And, and I do, it's interesting you say that about the intermittent fasting. And I didn't know that about you, but I do the same thing. I have a window, and then I eat fruit throughout the day just so I don't completely freak out. And, but I do have a window, and then that's it. And I got to tell you that I really, it's like, there's this whole chart where it feels like, we've been hoodwinked. Okay, eat your 3 heavy meals a day or 5 times a day, everything. And, it seems like, I remember trying those tricks and I never felt good on that, and I could never, I tried every variation. Okay, well, try eating bigger in the morning and phase down at night. But okay, try eating every 2 hours. I'm like, I didn't work out either. I'm like, this sucks.
Well, and I think it's hard when we start because our body's used to digesting food perhaps early in the morning. But once I got used to it, I just don't even get hungry. I mean, if somebody put eggs in front of me at 8 in the morning, it kind of makes me ill, right?
Yeah.
But I can have that at noon or dinner. Well, not
So
usually.
you wait up until about 12 o'clock before you'll eat fruit maybe up until then, but you wait till about 12 o'clock before you take your first meal, if you would.
Mostly. So what I've started using some of the medical medium teaching. So I've started doing celery juice, and I do that around 9.
Okay.
Because I've had cancer, the other reason is to keep my body alkaline. That's the other benefit of intermittent fasting. And by drinking celery juice, that's very alkalizing, very antibacterial, antiparasitic. And I used to do it every day. Now I juice and put it in these kind of magic bottles that create a
Yeah.
seal and they last. So if anybody's curious, they can email me and I'll share what I use.
We'll have her information down there, everybody. Olivia's contact information is going to be in the description below, so do check out that. The celery juice phenomenon. Let's talk about that for a minute while I got you. So what's specific about celery juice? Because you talk about juicing green, but then celery juice has been singled out appears to be like these last several years. How come specific to that? What's the big deal with celery, you think?
I think it's because it's so alkalizing and it's got the anti-parasitic, antibacterial, antiviral function. We used to be told, oh, these vegetables they're just water, right? Like they used to say that about watermelon too, that it didn't have any nutritional value. Turns out it's very hydrating, right? And so celery is like that as well. And I think greens in particular. I used to do wheatgrass a lot, especially when I was going through cancer treatment. And that's also really good, but it's a little harder to get,
That's a little aggressive wheatgrass.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when I lived back in Philly, there was a woman who grew it in her basement, so I'd get it from her, and it's great. It's very, very alkalizing. So theoretically, cancer cannot grow in a body that's alkaline, that our bodies are naturally slightly alkaline, and if we keep that balance, cancer will disappear if it's there. And we always have like little cancer cells floating around, but it'll never be a problem if we stay alkaline. So I think by staying alkaline 16 to 18 hours a day, I'm beating off the odds of ever getting cancer.
I think you're right. I really do. I'm again, it's funny you're talking about it, but I'm pretty much, me and April do the same thing. We follow a very similar formula. We eat fruit and we don't usually eat until around noon our time a lot of times. And then usually by 5 o'clock, we're done. So I think we feel better. Speaking of feeling better, like you mentioned earlier, and we got a link scrolling down there. I'll be in the thing below. But you and I, yes, we've been in our ever lasting search for longevity, right? We've been using this. Both of us have been. The ASEA Redox and also the Renew 28, and obviously I've been sharing my experience with it. But it'd be interesting to find out your experience with it and find out how your journey's been with it, and what maybe noticeable changes you've been feeling, if you could share that with us.
Absolutely. So before I do, because I can't wait to talk about that, I do a fruit smoothie at 11 in the morning, and I throw vitamins in there, but it's all fruit and vitamins just to make that.
Yeah, I got you.
So so I learned about the ASEA drink and lotion maybe a month ago, and started on just the routine 2 ounces in the morning and 2 ounces at night. And I was feeling more energy. And then a family member got sick and I was really stressed and really putting in long hours. So I decided to up it to 4 in the morning, 4 ounces in the morning and 4 ounces at night. And I cannot believe my stamina. I just don't even understand it. Plus, I've still had, even after 50 years, I've had lingering digestive issues. And those went away. It's phenomenal. It's like, I don't even understand, except that this product just nourishes the cells, oxygenate the cells. Maybe you can talk more about actually what it's doing. But I now have it set on my phone, an alarm, so that I be sure I remember to do the afternoon dose, because that's the one I might forget. But it's been amazing. And my daughter even said to me, like, how do you keep going? I said, I don't know. It has to be the ASEA, because that's the only thing different right now. So I'm really excited to share it with people.
I'm getting, for me too, same thing. The stamina is it's off the charts. It really is, because we're in the business of communication. So we have to be very mentally focused throughout the day and doing a lot of broadcasting. And wow, it's like, next thing you know, I wake up at like 5 in the morning and then boom, I'm going. And then it's like, next thing you know, it's like 10 o'clock at night. And I'm like, okay, I probably should get to go and wind down now. But it's not like I'm it's not like I had like 10 cups of coffee or anything like that. It's like a very natural, energetic. It feels really good. And you know what else I notice is like there's, you know, again, there's no discomfort anywhere. You know, I can't find a damn thing, Olivia, and I look for it. I'm looking for it. Like, okay, there's got to be something there, right? It's not.
It's true.
You know?
Well, and then like I tripped the other day and I landed where I hit like the heel of my hand on the corner of a wooden table. But it broke my skin just from the impact, and it hurt like hell. I took this cream and put it on, and then within seconds the pain was gone. And my daughter, who has migraines sometimes, she used it for that. Nothing's ever gotten rid of them like that. She was sold on it, so now she's using it as well.
You know, it's amazing. It's like we've been, you know, part of me thinks about, because we've been talking about this over the last couple of years about like how, you know, with all the dimensional shifts and the ascension shifts going on right now, that we would have technology about this. It's interesting that this has been around, from what I understand, for about 13 years. And we're just, a lot of us now starting to just kind of, you know, that kind of reaction, like, wow, you know, I mean, where's this been? Like, I mean, you know, maybe we're being awoken to it, I guess. I don't know. But it seems to be, you know, with the ability, like the experiences that you're talking about right now, which is, you know, like, you know, how you're feeling and how I'm feeling, so many others. It seems to be like this very well could have been the thing that the galactics have dropped down and said, okay, wake up right here. You know, we're blue.
Well,
this is blue. You know what I mean? It's like all these different things. You know what I mean?
yeah. And if you take that we are going, say, from a 3D planet up to a 5D planet, it might have been that this wasn't really for us until we're ready to do this kind of ascension. And I think as a planet, as a human species, we are all moving up, because the ingredients in this product are simple as far as the scientific view. But energetically, I think there's something really going on that it works magic.
And you know what? You brought up a very good point about that, you know, being ready for it. You know what I mean? And I think that's what it is. I think also, too, you know, with everything going on, there's one thing talking about it, but then there's one thing, like, actions speak louder than words, right? Yeah. So it's okay. Let's get ready for this journey we're going to go. And if you're ready for it, then boom, you know, you take whatever tools you can to get accelerated. Olivia, you know, I've been you know, from a male's point of view too, I didn't realize this until I was actually talking to somebody, and they said I was using it on my face because the instant gratification you feel there. I didn't realize you could put this everywhere until about a little while ago. I've been using it on my hair, and I'm pretty happy about that. So just from that, so it's just wild how it's just everything moving along. Yeah.
Yeah. I usually would spray some kind of like water toner on my skin before I moisturize. And now I've started using this instead, because it's really just salt water, but it's so energetically compatible, I think, and nourishing. So I wouldn't be surprised if my skin started looking younger, but we'll wait.
I'm sure. Listen, I think look, you know, our bodies are shifting. The makeup of our bodies are shifting. This stands to reason. The way this is explained to everybody watching is a cell signaling supplement. Essentially what happens is our cells start to not be as functional as we start to age. And this just brings them back. It's like literally we're just replenishing what's in us. You know, so when you know, it's amplifying that cell. So check it out, everybody. We have the links in the description below. There'll also be information where you can contact if you need any support on like how to be able to, you know, what to order for yourself and your loved ones there. Olivia, I want to talk about your channel a bit if we can. So
yeah,
you know, when that's done, we're really super excited about that, and I can't you know, really wait for the value that you're going to bring and the wisdom towards that. What do you anticipate that? What kind of guests you're going to have? What kind of topics are you going to be talking about?
Well, initially, I was just thinking of focusing on wisdom, but then when I really started, I realized how much I know around healing and health. I just decided to expand it. So I'm going to be bringing in experts on ways to slow the aging process, sharpen the brain, and then also other types of wisdom, just that we to inspire people to really become who they are meant to be. I think we're all born with a purpose, and sometimes we need lots of cosmic 2x4s like I've had to have to wake up to it.
Agreed.
One of the things that motivates me is that I've had a lot of tragedy, and I think, okay, now I know why I'm here. I have the tools to sort of do my dharma, live my purpose. If I don't follow through, I might have to come back and go through a lot of life lessons again. So that keeps me motivated because I mean, 20 years ago, I couldn't even speak up in a meeting, let alone on camera. I have come such a long way and moved through so much fear. And a lot of people don't have it, but for those of us that do, these are the people I'd love to work with because I know ways to help get through the fear, move beyond it, understand where it came from, perhaps clear trauma that keeps us from really stepping into who we are. So I'm excited to share experts around that as well on my channel. So it'll be really everything you need to become who you are physically, emotionally, and spiritually, mentally, whatever. Yeah.
What email address would you like for everybody to reach out with any information more about you, your channel, or being a guest on your show? What would you like? What would you like to share with them where they can contact you on that?
Well, my website is oliviapr.com, and then you can just email me at olivia@oliviapr.com.
Olivia@oliviapr.com. We'll have the links in the description below. So, wow, this is pretty cool. So, I'm really, yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to say too that I have a bunch of free ebooks on my website, so feel free to look around. There's some on actually accessing and your packaging and sharing your wisdom. Just wanted to mention that.
And reach out to Olivia, everybody, because she does have the wisdom, she does have the courage, and she is leading the example of how we should all live. She is going through life very gracefully. Again, you're wearing it well. God bless you. And it's good. We need to learn from each other, Olivia. And I appreciate what you're doing here. We appreciate your service. This is getting out there and talking about it and being really brutally honest about things is all we got.
Yeah, that's right.
That's all we got. So, all right, Olivia, listen, thanks a lot for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate it. And, everybody, again, check out Olivia's information. It'll be in the description below. If you haven't already, it's definitely a must-have in every household. So do click on the links below. Check it out. Any questions below, just email Olivia on that. And, much health and love in your journey in your life. So we'll see you all next time. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Olivia.
Thank you. My pleasure. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.